he's cheap. Okay? If he's cheap, stay far away. This is a character flaw.
You're thinking, what if he's an actor or a model or God forbid a fucking realtor? Yeah, red flag. And if he doesn't have a job that requires headshots, but he still had headshots, triple red flag.
Like, he is super fast on getting physical with you.
You, a 20-year-old, 22, 25, 26, whatever, have never been in a relationship before. You've never been okay with being with one person, loving that one person for a long period of time and being okay with that. Weird.
All these specific red flags in men with little to no context. Has a Bible verse in his Instagram bio. Brings up his mom and sister in nearly every conversation.
Number 2, he refuses or always has an excuse to why he won't publicly display you.
On the bottom, Paige, you were good.
Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In the early stages of dating, our brains are flooded with dopamine, making it scientifically difficult to spot toxic patterns. However, ignoring small behaviors now often leads to major heartaches later. In this video, we're analyzing the psychological red flags in men that indicate a lack of emotional maturity or even manipulation. Knowing these signs won't just save your time, it'll
All
protect
these specific
your
red flags in men with little to no context. Has a Bible verse in his Instagram bio. Brings up his mom and sister in nearly every conversation. If during a first date, he brings up his high school athletic career and tells you how good he was. Says anything minorly bad about Taylor Swift or the Barbie movie. Doesn't like cats. Honestly, is allergic to cats. Has a chain necklace. They're hot, but don't trust them. That thing's been swinging in a lot of girls' faces. And lastly, he identifies as a man. It's a lot of red flags.
All right, I told y'all I was going to do it, so here are 3 red flags in men that you need to look out for. Let's get it. Number 1, following nothing but supermodels or an excessive amount of females on social media. I can tell you right now, he ain't following all those IG models to find out what type of bikini to buy you. He ain't following all those girls to find out the best makeup routine. He's a womanizer, and I promise you he will always have wandering eyes. Number 2, he refuses or always has an excuse to why he won't publicly display you. Look, men are prideful creatures, and what they hold the most value in life, they are proud of it. If I have a girl, I'm posting her on every social media. Why? Because I'm proud about what I have. I want to show her off. I want the world to know I'm hers and she's mine. Now, before y'all go ahead and start saying, well, I want to keep my relationship private, I want to protect it. If you feel that posting your significant other on social media is going to cause someone else to come into your guys' life and take them, you got bigger issues. And number 3, he can't even treat you on a proper date. Look, and I get it. If money's an issue and he cannot treat you out to dinner, I guarantee you a $10 bottle of wine, sunset on the beach would mean so much more to you than, hey, you want to come over to my house and watch a movie? No, you're worth.
Top 5 red flags to never ignore. There are no exceptions on these. Do not ignore these. Starting out strong, number 1, has more than one baby mama. He made the mistake once, repeated the pattern, you're next. Do not ignore this. And to piggyback on that, none of them are crazy. None of them are crazy. He is, in fact, the crazy one. 2, he is a constant victim. Okay, this type of man should be studied. Okay, this is the type of man who everything happens to him. He is not the creator of these circumstances. Okay, he is the constant victim. You, in fact, will be his next victim. Okay, don't ignore this. 3, and I actually covered this in a recent videos. He's cheap. Okay, if he's cheap, stay far away. This is a character flaw. Okay, if he's cheap, likely he's cheap with you. He will not be for his dream girl, okay? But that being said, being cheap is a character flaw. Do not ignore this. Also, not to be confused with being frugal. We're in a recession. Know the difference, use common sense. 4, and I actually feel like I should have made this higher on the list, his family can't stand him, okay? To quote Seinfeld, can't stand ya. Like, if his family can't stand him, it is for a reason. They've been around him for years, decades even, okay? They've seen him. They know the real him. If his family can't stand him, this is one of the biggest red flags. Usually your family loves you unconditionally, and they probably do love him, because let's be honest, you just like happen to love them even if they're bad people. But if you can't stand them and you can like physically see that there is tension in that household with family, run. Also, I think my eye makeup is really off, but this lip combo, girlies, it's giving. Comment if you want it. Finally, 5. If you go out to a bar or a nightclub and the bouncer, the bartender, and all of the staff know him by name, you need to run. This is not to be confused with a restaurant or a nice lounge where he happens to be a frequent patron. These are acceptable places. He may just visit the restaurant a lot. Maybe he doesn't cook, okay? But a bar, a club, or like basically any outdoor place where there's a lot of drinking, you know what I'm saying? A lot of drinking and a lot of girls, okay? They know him because he is constantly perusing for more prey, okay? Red flag, red flag, red flag. If the man, your man, any man has checked off any of these red flag boxes, please understand you need to run, okay? I do not care how much you like him. I don't care. I don't care. These will bite you in the ass every single time.
The biggest thing I've learned is that if a man doesn't respect your no in the small things, he will never respect it in the big things. Respect isn't an option, it's the bare minimum. Never settle for someone who treats your boundaries like a challenge. Mixed signals are actually a very clear signal. We need to stop translating confusion as interest. If he wanted to, he would. It's really that simple. Consistency is the only way to build trust.
I'm going to tell you red flags that I missed so that you don't have to. So here are red flags that guys can give you. So coming up first is he's never had a relationship before. So you're telling me, I mean, this goes for like over 20 years old. So you're telling me that you, a 20-year-old, 22, 25, 26, whatever, have never been in a relationship before. You've never been okay with being with one person, loving that one person for a long period of time and being okay with that. Weird. The second one is when they have where you're from beside your name on their contact. This is many athletes. I don't know. I've never ran into this problem with other people, but sometimes it's Sarah, New York, Toronto, whatever it is. And that's because they're just going to look up the city and then choose which girl to pick. So we're not going for those ones. The next one is when his friends are single. When all of his friends, the whole entire friend group is single. So you're telling me that all your friends, none of them are in a healthy relationship. So you are who you surround yourself with. So you're going to go out with the boys and everyone's bringing a new girl home every night. But you're not. You're going to be faithful the whole time. A little bit of a red flag. I mean, like, that's uncontrollable, but it definitely strikes attention, right? The next one is when he goes out and doesn't invite you. I mean, like, yes, obviously you have boys' nights or girls' nights, but, like, doesn't invite you ever. Like, either his friends don't like you or he just doesn't want to be seen with somebody out. The next one that I didn't even write down, but I want to share with you because it kind of bounces off that, is when they don't post you on social media. Like, I understand that, like, some people don't use it as much as other people, but, like, wouldn't you want to, like, post a story at one point or, like, comment on your girlfriend's picture or, like, post a picture for your 3 years anniversary, Valentine's Day, something? Like, you're not being shared to anyone on your social media? Come on, by now everyone has social media. Don't, like, I'm not stupid. Just flaunt what you have. Why wouldn't you? The next one is he parties more than he's at his job. Clearly his priorities aren't straight, and I don't think he's in a place right now to settle down with someone if he can't even prioritize his job. How is he going to prioritize you, sweetheart? Common sense a bit, but I mean, some people don't get it. The next one is when he responds late in the day. No good morning texts. Only can hit you up when it's late in the day, when he's bored, he has nothing to do, he's home from work, he's just scrolling through his phone, and he's just gonna hit you up then because he's bored. Yeah, not the best time. What about a good morning text? What about how's, like, your day going? What about, like, what are you up to today? Just so they can gauge it. I have so many more, but that's all I have for now. So
what type of bikini to buy you. He ain't following all those girls to find out the best makeup routine. He's a womanizer, and I promise you he will always have wandering eyes. Number 2, he refuses or always has an excuse to why he won't publicly display you. Look, men are prideful creatures, and what they hold the most value in life, they are proud of it. If I have a girl, I'm posting her on every social media. Why? Because I'm proud about what I have. I want to show her off. I want the world to know I'm hers and she's mine. Now, before y'all go ahead and start saying, well, I want to keep my relationship private, I want to protect it. If you feel that posting your significant other on social media is going to cause someone else to come into your guys' life and take them, you got bigger issues. And number 3, he can't even treat you on a proper date. Look, and I get it. If money's an issue and he cannot treat you out to dinner, I guarantee you a $10 bottle of wine, sunset on the beach would mean so much more to you than, hey, you want to come over to my house and watch a movie? Know your worth.
Don't date the insecure man. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking he's kind, he's nice, he's going to treat me well, he's not full of himself. Don't date the insecure man. That is the worst thing that you can do as a woman, especially if you're the kind of woman that has so much going for her. You've worked incredibly hard on yourself. You're beautiful, you're intelligent, you're successful, you're feminine, you're intellectual, you're charming, you're magnetic. I can go on. Don't date the insecure man, because that man is going to make it his life mission to bring you down. He gets pleasure and satisfaction out of seeing you fall down. He wants to see you fail. That's what he wants. He wants to see you fail. He's going to keep nagging at you. He's going to shame you. Going to plant seeds of doubt in your head, try and make you doubt your own worth and your own value. He's going to constantly keep trying to humble you. He's going to chip away at your confidence. He doesn't like himself. There is no space in society for a weak man. And men who are insecure and weak understand that. They understand there is no space in society for them. They hate themselves. So guess what, baby girl? If you date that kind of man, he's going to make you hate yourself.
10 red flags and guys you didn't know were red flags. Number 10, any guy who's had professional headshots taken. I know what you're thinking. What if he's an actor or a model or, God forbid, a fucking realtor? Yeah, red flag. And if he doesn't have a job that requires headshots, but he still had headshots, triple red flag. Any guy who knows the rap verse to Waterfalls, red flag. You should know, don't go chasing waterfalls. And then even, you can do a little, I seen a rainbow yesterday. The rest is up to me and don't go. That's fine. But if you know those in-between parts, red flag. Any dude who drives a Tesla, red flag. A Tesla is like a metaphor, an allegory for a red flag. It's like a low-key looking car. It looks like a nice family automobile. And then it goes 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. That's who that guy is. He's tricking you. Any man that puts anything in his coffee, red flag. Men drink coffee black. Black, that's it. I like my coffee like I like my personal trainers. Black and strong. Black only. Any guy who reads books, red flag. First of all, if you got time to read a book, I don't know what the fuck you got going on. But second of all, just I think even knowing how to read beyond like the 2nd grade level, something's wrong with you. Any man who keeps his thermostat set above like 67 degrees, why you so cold? You're a demon. You're a demon. That's why those cool temperatures bother you. If you above 67, red flag. 64, probably a keeper. Any dude who orders tater tots as his side, obviously tater tots are delicious, but saying it out loud is just a little fucking weird for me. It's like when a girl orders something off the kids menu. Although I kind of like that. That's cost efficient. Okay, tater tots are a go. I changed my mind. Any guy who's never played any sport at the high school level, at least freshman year, B team, even if it was a sport that didn't have tryouts, cross country, fine. But you had to play some kind of a sport in high school because you had to be able to have someone tell you something that makes you feel like shit. Like when I was a sophomore on football, my coach told me once, he said, Ryan, I'd rather swallow my dip spit than watch you play football. And I still remember it to this day. It's stuck with me. And that's the kind of thick skin you need as a man. If a guy didn't do that, he's out. Only children, red flag. Kind of the same thing as football. You gotta have people in your life that treat you like shit, but then you still love them. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to get treated like shit, but then still love the person. That's the foundation of every relationship. Treat each other like shit, but I still love you. One time me and my brother were about to get in a bar fight and a dude started making fun of me, before we started fighting. And then my brother turned on that guy, and then I turned on that guy. Before I knew we were best friends again. You need to have that in you. No siblings, you don't got that. Last one, any dude who's always drinking a fucking Monster, like these dudes who just like roll into work with a bag full of Monsters, Monster all fucking day, bro. First of all, that guy's not gonna live past fucking 45, so what's the point of trying to establish a relationship with him anyways? Second of all, he's probably got a fucking temper. He probably sweats all the time. I don't know. Monsters, no dice.
Oh my word, are you gonna know about it if you get into a relationship with an insecure man? They have such fragile egos that they lose all sense of humor. They will pick fights. They are easily offended. You will just find yourself in arguments that you are like, how did we get here? They will exaggerate the truth or just tell blatant lies. Anything that's gonna increase their sense of status or self because they're uncomfortable with who they are. He will be more interested in himself, how he looks, how he's perceived. He will be more critical and judgmental of others, other men, other women. He'll need much more reassurance and validation than a confident, self-secure man. And when he doesn't get that reassurance or validation from you, he will look elsewhere to get it. He can be a little overbearing and possessive, not in a abusive way, but kind of a way that makes you feel like, oh, like I need space, like I need freedom. They can be jealous much more than the average guy, and needer. Like he'll just want you there for the sake of having you there. Like he'll just, to make him feel secure, you bring him a sense of comfort that he can't get by himself. He is likely to have trust issues from past relationships that he has not healed and brings all that baggage into your relationship for you to deal with. I'm not saying these men are bad men. They're not bad men, and we all have insecurities, like we all will go through our own, but heal yourself. Like it's not up to your partner to heal you. Like they can't do that. And insecure men in general just tend to not work on themselves or to face problems head on. Like they prefer to just kind of like distract themselves, to mask it, to suppress it. And that's the only reason why I say just avoid. Unless this man's going to actually work on himself for you, he should really be doing it for himself. But if he's going to work on himself, then I'll wave the amber flag. But in general, it's a red flag for insecure men.
5 red flags in men you should never ignore. Never. There are always red flags in the beginning. Literally always. If I'm gonna put you on, please take notes. First and foremost is if he talks about his ex. Having a little conversation here and there, maybe you guys are just sharing experiences. Not great, but whatever. Here's where the red flag comes in. If he is talking about his ex in a bad way, saying how awful she was, putting her down, over the top, talking bad about her, why won't he shut up about how awful she was? Is she awful because of something he did to her? The answer is yes. Next one is if he knows too many girls. Also follows so many girls on social media. Biggest red flag is if you go to his comment section and it's just all girls commenting. No, get him out of here. Absolutely not. The next one is he makes plans with you last minute, or he only hits you up at night. Typical F-boy, they really don't want a relationship. They just want a good time. They're not looking for anything long-term. On the other direction. Not responding to any hey you up text. No. He's giving minimal effort. No. He needs to work for you and actually act like a man and not just a boy who just wants to hang out at his house. I'm not doing that. If you always have to question what you guys are, how he's feeling about you, trust me, when a guy sees what he wants, he will get it. If you find yourself caught up on a guy that does any of these things, honestly, just run the other direction and find another one. Trust me, what one guy won't do, 20 others will. And that's just a fact. Let me know what you think. Bye.
5 signs he's a walking red flag. Some men are just not worth your time, effort, or air. And you need to avoid these men at all costs. But in order to avoid them, you need to be able to spot them. So let's go ahead so that I can share with you the top 5 ways to show that he is a walking red flag that you need to steer clear from. The first sign is that he comments on your body. He compliments your physical appearance in a way that really isn't becoming of someone that you've just met. It is okay to say that you're pretty, to talk about your hairstyle, to even compliment your outfit. But when someone who is an adult male speaks about what your body looks like or how your body makes him feel, right? You have nice tits or nice ass or a beautiful shape or any kind of comment that is talking about your physical body, that is red flag number 1. Number 2 sign that he's a walking red flag is if he talks about his penis girth, his penis size, gives his penis a name, and wants to share this information with you. What's in his pants is not your business until you decide that you're going to make it your business when you're ready. But until then, you do not want to have conversations about his physical parts, right? Only men who are insecure or feel inadequate about the major things that they have to present to you rely on their penis size, and penis conversations. And this is an indication that he uses his penis to feel valuable and worthy about himself. And that's not a man that you want to do business with, get into business with, make your business, or have any business with. The third sign that he's a walking red flag is that he speaks loudly. He is always wanting to be seen and wanting to be heard, and you can hear him from across the room. This is an individual who is vying for the attention. He wants to suck the life out of the space. He wants all eyes on him. And that tells you that he's not a man who knows how to share the spotlight, who knows how to share the space, or who knows how to be in partnership. The fourth sign that he's a walking red flag is that he does not believe in commitment. Now, I'm not getting into all of the types of relationships that we can have, whether it's poly or monogamous or whatever it is, right? Ethical non-monogamy. We're not talking about the specifics of the relationship dynamic. What we're talking about is a man who is unwilling to commit to any type of relationship form. That's the dangerous man. Because if he's not willing to pick something and stick to it, then he can't be trusted. At any moment, he can change his mind and he can decide, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to do this anymore, because he does not have a foundation of commitment. And that means that there is no personal integrity. And the fifth major sign that he's a walking red flag is if he brags about the sexual experiences that he's had with other women in the past. You do get to talk about your past sexual experiences with a partner that you are moving into intimacy with, but you do not have to be specific about the individuals, about the acts, about the positions. But there are some men who take so much pride in their physical and sexual conquest that they want to share it with you, even if they're pursuing intimacy and sex with you. And there's a lack of emotional intelligence in this dynamic. Someone who's living in the past of their sexual experiences and still gaining a sense of excitement and thrill and passion from that means that when he gets into the space with you, there won't be the ability to fully connect to the intimacy that the two of you are creating. And the sex just won't be as good as you want it to be, or as good as it could be. He also may be looking at you as simply another conquest as opposed to a potential partner. I'd love to know what you think about this and any experiences that you've had that connect. So leave a comment down below and let's continue the conversation there. And if you're interested in coaching with me, tap the link in my bio to schedule a complimentary call.
These are red flags in men that you should look for on like your first 1 or 2 dates. A, like he is super fast on getting physical with you. Based on my experience and like stories from my guy friends, when a guy truly has feelings for you, he's so careful of his moves because he doesn't want to like do something and mess this like whole thing that he has like built up. So he's very careful and intentional of like what he does physically with you. But if he just wants to sleep with you on the first date, I mean, if you're fine with it, like I can't say anything, but like just be careful. If they seem cocky or full of themselves, I guess this one also applies to girls too, like both men and women. I hate it when they're so arrogant and they think they're better than everybody else. And if you get that from their vibe, like when you talk to them, it's just not it. Just run. Like, no, you don't need them in your life. Being confident is good, but you just have to be confident without like the attitude.
Like, oh my God. And again, like I said, typically this isn't something that would be considered like a huge ick for me, but because he did so many other things up to that point that had already made me so annoyed and given me the ick, it was just like the final straw. But yeah, I still have more things that this man did that were very subtle over the dates that we went on. But now that I've pieced it all together, it all makes sense.
Boundaries are the only way to keep the wrong people out and the right people in. If this video helped you gain some clarity, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who needs to hear this. For a deeper dive into building healthy relationships, check out this video right here. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.